James is showing me that his sunflowers are taller than him now.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I have to find more of these little things that I have because you can see a lot of the bachelor's buttons now are lodged, and so I need more of those to hang them up. But look at this guy. This was the first one to fruit, remember? And look at how big that is. That's a beauty.
Still not turning red, though.
And look at, there's so many on this plant, just loaded.
I'm going to have to keep track of these because I haven't been looking at.
I know.
At the height.
Yeah, and I haven't been looking. They will start turning sometime.
Yep.
But anyway, we have some nice types of tomatoes here. Nice shapes and you know, lots of different tomatoes. Do you remember? Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be back.
But yeah, I have some nice beans over here that are pink. That's lovely to see. That's pretty. And I think that one was Borlotti, if I remember correctly. James is wanting me to remember the names now, and I have a hard time. But see, look at how nice that crimson cushion beefsteak is looking. Nice, so beautiful. But it's actually not very big when you look at some of the others in there. And this guy, I mean, look how many tomatoes he has, and he's not very big. As far as tomato plants go, he's not a very big tomato plant. And I have to, you see, I have to tuck in the tomato stems to make sure they're growing out the top as they should be. Rather than this guy, see, he got lost along the way and now he's not. But so far so good. And they're not falling over each other. Because if that happens, then some people are going to be getting shaded out, and I don't want that because they're so, boy, these are getting crazy. That one I think is taller than me now. And this guy, this one's actually made to grow. It spreads 5 feet across and only grows 3 feet tall, but I've made it grow into this basket, so I'm making it grow up instead of out, and it seems to be taking to it pretty well. Because I would like some seeds off of that so that I can plant them elsewhere, but I only had one of them, so I wanted to plant it in a good spot in the garden where it was going to get a lot of sunlight, so then I would get seeds. So let's see, I didn't have those. There's quite a few tomatoes in here now that I didn't have before when I looked. So that's, look at this, like this guy, there were no tomatoes, and then now there are some. So that's nice to see. And I don't want that one to get stepped on, so I have to put that one up. And you can see the Swiss chard actually made it. It's a good size now, so I can even start harvesting some if I want to eat. So that's good, because we went to the Salvation Army today to get food and they were closed. So we didn't get food, but that's all right because there's lots of Swiss chard coming, and I can't see the peas anymore, but I know they're over there because I can see some pea pods there. So we can, yeah. And well, who doesn't love delphiniums, hey? It's nice, yeah, nice to see. Especially since I have the zucchini blossoms right near them, so I have the nice orange and then with the blue. That's pretty. And well, the yellow tomato blossoms.
They're having a hard time though competing for attention with the flower row behind you. That's
yes.
a really nice mixture of colors, especially the blues and the reds.
Yeah. There's a nice little insect in there pollinating. That's good. So yeah, that's the garden.
The tomato flowers actually contribute a little bit.
That's nice color, isn't it? Very nice. Lots of nice flowers and lots of nice fruit, and I sure look forward to starting to eat these fruit. So I had the chairs upside down so they didn't collect water.
You had a lot last week.
We had a lot of water. Yeah. But anyway, so James's dinner. I guess I should show you. Well, I don't have to show you. It's a mushroom soup. So
yeah, I'm going to eat that first. probably going to be quite warm. See, have a top on here, a topper. Wonder if I can take it off without causing a soup spill.
Yeah. All right. So I had fertilized the petunias. I don't know if you're noticing more blooms on them yet, but they looked pretty good before. So I am going to show you the lineup. That's it.
I didn't bring out a book to review because
That's fine. There's lots. So that one got top of the stack. By far, it's James watched it with me, which is unusual. Usually he's off reading a book in the other room, and sometimes he'll come in every now and then to see
what's happening.
But
I hear a lot of the stuff in the background.
yeah.
And sometimes I hear Pauline laughing at the stuff.
Yeah.
Usually you don't laugh at the stuff when it's no good.
No. So anyway, put that there. So, oh boy, am I ever making a mess of my plants here.
What are those daylilies?
It is, yes.
They haven't done as well as some of the
Well,
others.
they're
I
in
don't
the
think
shade
they
here.
get
I
enough
have to
sunshine.
move them. Once upon a time, they were in the sun. But things happen, and now they are not, and so they can't be here.
The daylilies generally do very well in this
In Lethbridge.
climate. But those ones have a microclimate that's not so
Pretty warm already.
good for them.
All right, so stick this here. Are you out? You
I'll
don't
go get a spoon.
Have a spoon. Okay.
So you can start. Which one is that one you're looking at?
Drop. We're going to talk about that, but I'll.
Okay.
There's so much here to talk about, and
Yeah, there is.
because see what happened is we had some rain days, and so I got through a lot of stuff. I wrote some poetry too, and we did get out walking a little bit, you know, in between showers or whatever.
We timed it very well.
We did yesterday. But there's a lot of time for this. So I will mention that this, I had a feeling I was going to like this because it says that it's from Bloom House Producers of Megan and Platinum Dunes, producer of A Quiet Place and director of Happy Death Day, which I don't like A Quiet Place, and Megan whatever, but I do like Happy Death Day. That was pretty good. And this is excellent. So James was thrilled with this one too. He thought they did a great job. They really did. So it manages to be a romantic comedy and a thriller at the same time. So, wow, it's they did a great job. But honestly, I've said before that I think there should be some comedy with horror movies because
Otherwise, could you put this on your arms?
I'm good.
I saw you scratching.
Oh,
For skeeters?
yeah, I don't want it. You can
Okay,
just-
well then I'll.
Oh, okay.
Because even with my long sleeve,
I could put my
coat on. You
Yeah.
got the coat.
I just.
Anyway, I saw
know
you.
there's
I saw you
mosquitoes out there.
scratching.
We're gonna have to start burning citronella candle when we're.
Something like that.
He-
Putting this over my back.
But we did get a mosquito net for patio umbrella thing from the thrift store, and we might have to start sticking that up somewhere and go with that. I don't know.
Pretty
what we'll do.
pestiferous today. I saw
Yeah.
you itching, and then I was going. That
Well,
describes.
it's
that
just,
looks
we
the way
have
I like
had
the way I
a
feel.
very uncharacteristic summer here in Lethbridge. So, like the coulees are emerald green right now, which I have never seen this in mid-July. They finish off, the coulees are green in June and then yellow. So this is very unusual.
And you've been here over a quarter of a century.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, and anyway. So, I don't really want to give too much away with the story. Like it says here, everyone's a suspect. And I hadn't heard about this drop thing, that it must be a real thing, which is, this is that hearing that it's a real, if it's a real thing, this this app, then that's even worse. That's more of a horror idea to me than this movie was. That was based on that app or whatever, I guess. But I don't know things like this, so it may not be a real app. But to just have, people's faces and their, their names come up on a screen when they're just strangers around you, and it's like, yeah, you want to drop them a line or whatever. That's just no.
Well,
No, why
the
would
trouble
you?
is some people might want to drop you dead.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is actually quite believable the way she was reacting, I think. The writers did a good job thinking things through and going, okay, if this happened, this is what I'd do, or whatever. This is what most people would do. And so it's quite believable along the way you're watching this and you're going, and then, other people, this is how they would react or whatever. So, yeah, you have, the actors are decent actors in this. I don't think anybody stood out as a bad actor. I thought they all did a good job, although I didn't recognize any of the actors, but they did the job. So that tells me, since they're all no-name actors, as far as I can see, then the director did an awesome job. Because
Yeah, I like this one. I didn't
Yeah.
identify it from the title or from this,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I really liked it. You'll
Yeah.
love the ending.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't want to give anything away about this, and you probably feel the same way, because really, if you can handle watching a little bit of, it's not even really horror movie stuff. There's nothing really terribly gruesome in this.
No, it's a thriller.
Yeah. So if you can handle that sort of thing, if you like watching Silent Witness, there's a lot more gruesome stuff in there.
Way more.
Yeah, than in this. So just watch Drop. It's really good. Anyway, so you may have noticed the Silent Witness, the seasons I put at the top and at the bottom. And
That's amazing.
so they're not arranged in order. I put 23 first, then 16, then 21, 22, and 15. So I didn't like season 15 very much. I mean, relatively, right? Who doesn't like watching Silent Witness? There's a reason why it's kept going for so many years. And it's, I think, to a large extent, because this actress, Nikki, is a passive person. She's very amiable. Everyone would like her. She's sort of quiet, but she's very good at her job, and she takes pride in her work and whatever. And I think really there are a lot of people that want to see more passive people in leading roles. And how they did this in Silent Witness is she's not the only person there. That's, she's like the leading character, but she may have very little to do with some episodes, really. They might rely on one or two of the other characters a lot more than her, but everyone loves her. And even if she had very little to do with an episode, everyone's going to tune in and love seeing whatever amount she's in.
So basically, she's a professional more than she's a management person. She's
Yeah.
actually got skills.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And
Management people might claim, I've got people skills. No, anti-people skills. But go on.
yeah, and in this show, you don't like the aggressive personality types that much. When they show up, like the police officers, for example,
Yeah,
I'm not
they
saying
tend to be
all of
aggressive.
them, but
There are some that aren't that aggressive.
no, but you tend not to like them. And the audience can identify with that because the audience, largely passive, probably amiable. And they're out there working, they come home and they're cuddling up on the sofa, watching this in the evening and thinking, here, this wonderful passive person, she's respected and whatever, and she's saving the day. And here she is. How wonderful that we have her in our world, right? So even if it's a fictional part of the world. But anyway, so I don't really know what to say about this. I don't want to give away why a couple of these seasons ended up on top or anything, because you're going to watch them all anyway. So whatever. Norman, this Richard Gere thing.
I didn't see that one at all.
No, he didn't see it. So I found it somewhat interesting. The acting was good, and so this managed to get ahead of these ones. And I had a hard time deciding where this one was going to go. If this one was going to go above Kingsman or below, but I'll give you an idea of why that is. So, yeah, this was an interesting sort of idea for a story. Not nearly as interesting as those, though, right? But Minecraft movie.
I didn't see that one.
No, this one has, and James would have probably liked it because he likes Jack Black. Probably more than I do.
I like Jack Black
Yeah.
a lot, right from the first time I saw him. He's doing rock and roll. Was it rock and roll? Something like a
And
rock and roll school.
I decided this goes above this one because he's singing in this and he does a great job. So I liked hearing him rock out a bit. And
I wish he had a regular
animation's
rock
good and
career.
everything. Yeah, sure. He kind of he's when you hear me talking about aggressive personality types, and like I'll talk about like aggressive rulers, aggressive propagandists, amiable passive people, and analytical passive people. So I'm going with the disc model sort of thing, but I've given my own designations. They don't go aggressive ruler and aggressive propagandist, although that's what they are. But
The other thing that should be mentioned
Jack
is
Black's aggressive propagandist by far. He's like so much so, but still, I love watching him. If you think about it, aggressive propagandists are generally, well, they're not actors. They're not good actors, but
no.
if they're used correctly, they can be very entertaining. And
They're very often drawn to the acting profession because they want to be out there
yes,
upstaging everyone, but
yes,
they're not
right
good at acting. Because
look at me, right there. You look at me,
yeah,
people.
They could
And
care
he's
less
very,
about other
very
people's
much a
personality.
look at me kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
And but he was used correctly in this, and so I decided, well, and for like say aggressive propagandist children that are about age 10 or whatever, or maybe a little younger, they probably think this is just awesome. A little bit too much violence for
A kids.
well, I think so.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes now. There's a lot of aggressive children, and
Yeah, some
they
of them are in
probably
the
like
White
that,
House.
and their parents have probably set them up to watch it. Whatever. So, The King's Man.
I had a fun time laughing at this. I'm laughing at, not
Yeah.
with it.
It's really quite racist. So I don't know if you felt that way.
Well,
It's a little
I mean,
bit
yeah.
over 2 hours long, so it's a little long. It didn't really feel overly long for its type. I mean, they had a lot of story to a lot of characters to flesh out and whatever. This is the first one in what, like it says, premiere mission in French, and really,
Oh God,
you know
that's
that
what I
they're
figured at the
aiming
end
to
of it.
have many, right?
Yeah. First of many things to be followed by sequels.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But honestly, and I guess maybe Ralph Fiennes did it for Ralph. I don't know how you
For
say
mon-
his name. For the money.
I'm not
yeah,
sure
if
either.
he's like, oh well, I'm gonna get a series out of
Mhm.
this. I'm gonna, paycheck after paycheck. Maybe that's why he did it. But James
Well,
was
he
saying,
maintains the build for it. They showed him kind of
Yes.
stripped down to the waist.
Yeah,
Not
he-
stripped down entirely, but
no, but he looks good.
yeah. So
So
this
maybe
is an
he did it
action
just to show
adventure.
off a little bit. check out our pub diet,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I didn't like how. I mean, you can say, well, the Scottish guy, who was the leader, the head bad guy, whatever, the villain. You can say, well, there was a good Scottish guy in there because the son traded places with him, but was that really a good guy? I mean, he avoided combat by trading spots with this guy. So does that make the Scotsman good? He got out of combat. So you get the son sent a letter along saying, oh, he's a good guy, So, but
I guess the Scots were fighting on the right side in World War II. The ones in the Tam O'Shanters and they were fighting in kilts. I don't know how accurate a representation that was, but
probably
against Germans
which looked insane. I mean, they weren't very protected.
Yeah, the German helmets back then,
silly little hats and whatever, but
were almost like a case of overkill or whatever.
And I guess they tried to. I mean, this is obviously very fictional, but they're trying to work history
Overly
into it
fictional.
so that it's somewhat believable. You're like, oh yeah, well I do recognize that happened, like the Boer War or whatever, or oh Rasputin, yeah, I've heard of him, whatever, and yeah, I guess he was hard to kill.
This is a Rasputin like you'd never believe. He's been to ballet school.
Good dancing,
was a star pupil. And there's dancing mixed with fighting.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. But yeah, it was.
Well, it's campy entertaining. Understand? It looks really corny.
It's not based on reality of history. It's very fictional.
Fictionalized fake history.
Yeah, so I had a problem with that.
We're not going to call it a mockumentary.
James will probably want to talk about that. So, Cleaner, for a British movie, maybe not so bad. James and I don't like British movies anymore. British TV, yes, but
British movies have got really bad.
So, I guess they're trying to do Hollywood.
Yes,
but
they are. Like you pointed that out.
They can't.
And I said that right
They're
away.
not
Like,
good at it.
they're awful at it.
So,
let Hollywood do Hollywood.
Yeah.
And go back to what you're good at. You've got way better actors in the United States.
Like James said, they had a good idea, a good base for a movie here.
I thought so,
somehow they didn't pull it off. Like they had this woman, she's awesome, as the big heroine of the story and whatever.
Yeah, she's got a hairstyle that kind of makes her like someone who'd be a cleaner. I guess we can say a window cleaner because that's given away right away. And so it doesn't. If she had long hair and all, whatever, she'd look. I suspect
really hot,
like a knockout.
Yeah. But anyway, they have them like. She's talking outside, just a few feet away from somebody, but they're cleaning the windows in a big skyscraper, and they're out hanging there and they're just chatting away, blah blah blah. And I don't think that'd be possible. Like, I think it'd be so windy up there that you'd probably have to yell just being that close to each other, right? And then later on, she's talking to somebody through the window, which I don't believe that at all.
And they had trouble breaking her through the window.
Yeah.
Right?
And then
so how are you to talk through a window like that?
Later on, there's an explosion, and you see that there's glass flying, some windows are broken. Yet she's like trying to pound her way through, break another window to get in. It's like, okay, why didn't she just use one of the broken windows to get back in? I don't understand. The explosion's gone, so the hazard of the explosion gone. Just going that way. It's just ridiculous. Now, the problem with this one is there were no actors in it. And really, the director, there was no director. It was terrible. So Presence.
Did I snooze through most of that one, or what?
Oh my gosh! Unfortunately, we didn't manage to fall asleep during it. It was so boring. You'd think that, but we were there. We were present when Presence was on, and it was so terrible. We did get to the end, but the only name actress in here is Lucy Liu, and I've talked about her earlier. She's really not an actress.
We're on a Lucy Liu watch. Until
she's a very pretty lady, but she somehow has not learned to act in all of her years, getting paid to do so.
I think it's decades now.
And but she wasn't the worst actor in this. The girl who's playing her daughter was stunningly bad, just embarrassingly so. When she finds her things are moved and she kind of screams, nobody would do that. Most people would go,
I thought I
look
left that
around
somewhere
like,
else.
yeah, they'd look back at the bed thinking, did I forget that I moved that or what? Like, that's what you do. You wouldn't scream.
Now, that's not her so much, it's the director.
That's the director. So you have 3.5 minutes to talk about the fake history in Kingston.
Folks. Yeah. I laughed at this thing so much, except I was ready to cry, because I don't think I've ever seen Ralph Fiennes in anything bad. And I've seen him in some very good things. I respect him as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Is he hard up for cash or whatever? But there were some things I liked. They were so campy. They've got a Mary Poppins character in her.
I like the goats.
Especially, there's a goat that figures in the ending. You'll like the ending. I did like that ending. The one that, yeah. It's called Poetic Justice. Rasputin's just out of sight. Yeah, he was hard to kill, but
I don't know. Like, we've talked about appropriation of cultural appropriation before.
Mhm.
And how do you feel about the whole King Arthur thing?
I don't know how seriously they were taking it, but England, get over it. King Arthur wasn't even English. He was Celtic. He was, I guess, related to the Welsh more than anything
So
else.
when they're putting down Scottish people, turning them into villains,
Folks.
and then appropriating their culture, well, how do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
No.
I'd feel this way even if I weren't part Scottish. But weren't we talking about before this movie, a day or two before, how they've limited the number of villains they can have in Hollywood movies or English movies or whatever, and top of the list was Scottish. So you can have Scottish villains, and this goes back to even before Fat, pardon my French, Bastard, and that actually is French. French is we're more like the original French. I think it's bâtard in French. They dropped the S out. But, I've been told by my dad that I'm part African American. And I don't appreciate some, like the black guy in here is a big hero, the African. I think he comes from South Africa, according to the story. He's a big hero. The fighting is just ridiculous. Like he's doing martial arts type of moves he was fighting he was fighting in the Boer War, wasn't he? The black guy?
I don't know. He
Yeah.
was working with I think he was still working with the guy and
Yeah.
whatever.
But anyway, definitely World War
I mean,
One.
he did fight the guys who were ambushing him.
Yeah. All sorts of martial arts moves, like, I don't know. Like, just really stupid. Did like the Mary Poppins thing. But, yeah, get over the racism. Like, the mere fact that you're picking on people that haven't traditionally been picked on doesn't make it any less racist. So stop picking on, especially on Scottish people, a small minority, even in the so-called Great Britain. Small minority, taken over by the English, I think 1300 AD, was it Edward III or something like that? Or was it 1400? Somewhere around there. And even at 1400.